What's up, suckers? It's me. I'm back, and we are going to discuss something today that drives me a little crazy, just a little. And before we get into that, just wanted to say, if this is your kind of thing, all things ADHD, maybe a little bit beyond that soon, please make sure that you like and subscribe. I want you here. Come hang out with me. Anyway, I really wanted to jump into this because I cannot believe what I have been finding, and I really want to draw more attention to this issue so that maybe more people with ADHD can look out for themselves. So if you are lucky and you haven't seen these companies, essentially what will happen is you'll be scrolling on social media and you will get an ad. And the ad will always say something that is actually rather accurate about what it's like to have ADHD. Some of them will tug at the heartstrings. Some of them will just come right out and be like, are you a procrastinator? And they will talk about how if you just take this personalized quiz, they will absolutely not even help you with it. They will fix it for you. All for the low price of, $29.99, $39.99 and your soul. And I think we have all seen these ads at one time or another, and we always wonder how legit they are. Well, honestly, full disclosure, I actually got taken in by one of these companies a long time ago. And I can tell you from personal experience that they're full of shit. But if you need proof of that, look no further than a simple Google search. When you do that, you're going to find on the Better Business Bureau's website, on Trustpilot, even on Reddit, that a lot of these companies will generally tend to either send you a super generic PDF plan, quote unquote, that is supposed to help you with zero support, zero chance for a refund, zero promise that you would be happy with what you get. Or some of them will send you to an actual app, but it's a very half-assed app with nothing new that you couldn't find with a Google search. And then once your mind is on something else, they will try to charge you anywhere from $150 to $200. It's the same thing every time. They all go by different names. So I'm going to give you a few that I know of, and then I'm going to go through some of the ways that you can check to make sure that the app that you're looking at is not one of these scam companies. I want to make it clear, I can't promise that the company that you go to is not a scam, but I can at least maybe lower the chances of you running into one of these particular companies. But just also keep in mind that, like some sort of perverted Hydra creature, I could give you the 4 names of these companies that I have found, and there will still be more. So you always want to make sure that you are operating with absolute care for yourself. And while some of the things that I'm going to show you in order to make sure that you are not dealing with one of these companies will help, they're not going to be the only options that you have. So just make sure that you tread carefully with any app out there at all. That being said, I did notice that quite a few of these apps, especially that you're going to see ads for on Facebook or Instagram, all kind of have a few things in common that might actually save you some trouble. So the websites that I'm going to be talking about are Wisey, Wisey, Today is the Day, Mellow Flow, and Virtue Map. Virtue Map was the one that actually took me in. The first thing that you're going to notice when you visit their websites are that their designs are almost all exactly the same. They all kind of have the fun curly lettering. They all kind of have very similar bright color palettes, the same cartoony little characters on the home page. And generally, the only page that you're going to find when you click on their links that they give you is that home page. You're never going to really find more. If they do have extra pages, which Mellow Flow and Virtue Plan both do, a reverse image search will generally turn up just how bullshit it is. Mellow Flow, for example, I reverse image searched their picture that was supposedly of their team and came up with a bunch of suggested stock photos of teams. When I went to Virtue Plans, the 3 featured coaches that they had on their page, one I'm not even sure isn't AI generated, but if they aren't, they weren't showing up anywhere but on Virtue Plans website. And then the other 2 were on separate pages for Upwork, LinkedIn, Instagram, and nowhere did they mention that they worked for Virtue Plan at all. It was very clear that their pictures were stolen. So a lot of the time, you're also going to find that kind of stuff, even if there is 1 more page or 2 more pages or 3 more pages outside of the homepage. It's very, very easy to see that nothing that's on that page is real. The second sign that you're going to run into every single time is that there is a quiz. And quizzes in themselves are not bad. You can find quizzes on a lot of different websites. I've even used quizzes, but the difference between these quizzes and other people's quizzes is that these quizzes are very generic, have very similar questions to just about any other website with this same pattern. And no matter what your answer is, and I've played with this myself to test it, they will come back with results saying that you are a super mega procrastinator, and then they will throw themselves into the sales pitch, essentially saying, but if you sign up for this tailored plan that we have for you for only, and they usually say however many cents a day, you can fix it. And that is how they get you to send the money, so that they send you very little or nothing at all. It's really just a quiz that is meant to lead you into a sales funnel. It's not a quiz that's actually going to answer any questions that you might have about your ADHD. The third sign that you're going to run into is that most of these companies are going to be based in some sort of Eastern European country. I wish I had another way to put that, because I don't want people being upset and saying that there's something wrong with Eastern Europe. There is not. But whenever you go to any of these pages, if you just click on terms and conditions, which is something that they have to put on the front page of all of their quizzes, you will find very easily where each company is based. Almost every single one that I looked at was based in Lithuania, Estonia, Cyprus, someplace out there. The only 2 that weren't were run by the same company based supposedly in Dover, Delaware, but that one didn't have very much to say positive about itself either. It had an F rating on Better Business Bureau. And I want to close this up, finish talking about this rather, by telling you what you should be looking for when you're looking for a new app. No app that I have ever tested or looked at promises to fix any of your ADHD problems. It's not going to promise to take away your procrastination or your difficulty with focus. They are always upfront about their pricing. They never are going to force you to pay them first before they show you what they have to offer, or even in a demo or some sort of visual example. When you are visiting these websites and when you are looking up apps, obviously you want to see reviews. Obviously you want to see testimonials. You want to see things like that. However, a lot of these websites, especially Virtue Plan, have gotten very good at faking testimonials and faking realism. And as we move into this AI world, tactics are probably going to change. The things that I'm pointing out in this video will probably not always be good signs for you to make sure that you're not signing up for something that's complete BS. The only thing that they cannot change is your level of care for yourself and for what you sign up for. So make sure that you nope out if they ask for money before they've shown you what they offer, and make sure that you are downloading something based off of either a renowned website or from the opinion or suggestion of someone who you trust. But if you see any of these ads, they're bullshit. They're almost always bullshit. I think the only company that I've ever seen that kind of had a similar ADHD-based ad was Motion, but by then they had already built some sort of renown. Otherwise, you see these ads, keep on scrolling, don't trust them. And if you are from one of those companies and you are watching this video, screw you for messing with people with ADHD. I hope your shoes always smell like piss and that no dog you walk across will ever allow you to pet it. So hopefully that helps. Thank you very much for watching or listening. Take good care of yourself, drink plenty of water, and I will catch you in the next video or on the next podcast episode.